walked right into that one, didn't you?
I did.
Boop, boop, boop. Chomp.
Oh, yeah. Look, product placement in our first video.
McDonald's.
No, you get
Yes.
Well, welcome to Moovieboy. We are having our first review ever, and we're already a few weeks late into it, so it shows how well prepared we are. But even though we're 3 weeks into Jurassic World, we've just seen it like minutes ago, and 20 minutes ago. That doesn't count?
Minutes ago.
We're gonna argue about every little aspect
we
here.
leapt out of the theater and immediately into this camera moment.
But you know, just to give this a shot, because this is our first review, it's going to be clunky, just like the movie was in spots. And I'm just saying, there'll be giant things across the front. Spoilers.
Spoiler.
And the general feeling I was getting on the way home was that we loved it.
It was awesome.
Yes.
It was awesome. And your sister is wrong. She said that there was too much CGI. I love you, Jen, but I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
She's now made this thing personal, so you're going to have to do a video response.
The CGI does not bother me too much. There were only a couple moments where it kind of sucked, but most of the time it was awesome. And they actually touched the what was the dying one?
Apatosaurus.
Apatosaurus. He touched that thing. That was real.
Used to be Brontosaurus.
They touched it looks really good.
The Brontosaurus was the original one that everyone used to grow up with in the 70s and 80s until one day they told us, kind of like you were saying with Pluto,
I am a Stegosaurus.
I'm a Stegosaurus.
I am a Stegosaurus.
Oh yeah, with Pluto, because Pluto's gone. So we've lost the planet,
And
and
we lost the
a dinosaur.
Brontosaurus, so...
What's next?
What about Barney?
Barney is an abomination.
What did you like about the movie?
You know, I will admit, well, the thing that first comes to mind is that it is one of the most meta movies I have ever seen.
Wait, what does meta mean?
What does meta mean?
Is that good?
What does meta mean?
All right, the idea
and are we
is
supposed
that...
to look at that part or this part? I want to look at me.
You're clearly seeing moments that are self-referencing itself. And what's great is that they have a character played by Jake, from New Girl, who plays a character named Lowry, who is constantly kind of saying what the audience is thinking. But you have characters who say, yeah, well, according to the focus groups, no one would come to the park.
You can almost see the producers sitting in the room going, we're not making another Jurassic Park movie.
Exactly.
Who's gonna come see that?
So the conversations about the park itself are the exact same conversations you feel Universal executives were having, where it's like, well, why should we spend this much money to make another one?
They're dinosaurs. Wow, enough.
Can I just say that in this movie, you're sad when a raptor dies. Another spoiler alert. But still, right? Mm-hmm. I was really sad when they blew up Echo or
whichever one it was.
Whichever one it was.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so you like that it's making fun of itself.
All right, all right, but see, at least that's good, because if you do not have a character that represents the audience, Han Solo in the beginning of Star Wars is the everyman character who looks at the Force and says, "Blow it out your ass, old man."
You're not allowed to say ass in Star Wars.
but
this is quality programming.
It's quality programming.
Do you think Chris Pratt is the next Harrison Ford then?
I know they want him to be.
He looks really good in this movie.
Yeah, I mean
There's a part where he's just in this shirt, clinging to his back, and he's like fixing his motorcycle, and he's all like, "What? What's up?" And it's like muscles are popping out. I like that.
To its credit, and sometimes discredit, it plays every note thuddingly in your face. It's like not only it's not only is he like this talking about sex and stuff, talking about the first date with Bryce Dallas Howard's character and stuff, but he's also, he's the guy literally doing the mechanic on a motorcycle out, and he's like the loner, like all the Lethal Weapon movies. He's got his own
loners, man.
But he's got his own shed out away from everyone else. If it was in LA, he'd be the guy in Malibu with the trailer.
A rape scene if he'd wanted it to be.
Come on. Yes, nothing.
She's like, I need your help with the dinosaurs. You're coming in here.
Nothing starts off loving your characters and exposition in the first act than having a rape scene to set the mood.
Can we not note that she left the heels on? The feminists are going to have a field day with this. She wore heels the entire film. They have her in close-ups running. They have her getting out of the car in the heels. They do close-ups on her shoes, and you're like, why are they showing close-ups of these like Payless shoes? And they're probably Manolo Blahniks, but they look like Payless.
Yeah.
Why? And then she leaves them on the entire film.
John Hammond originally had his idea of the whole park. But I'm imagining Hammond originally would have wanted this whole thing to become basically what it became in this movie. Theme park, big attractions, thousands of people filling up the thing.
How did they convince people to reinvest in another Jurassic World? How did a government allow it to happen? How? There's many hows in this film that never get answered.
So
get to the raptors!
No, yeah, but
spoiler alert. Dominatrix, Dominus-Rex, which I'm calling the Dominatrix-Rex.
Dominatrix-Rex
gets the two raptors on her, and they're both attacking her.
Yeah.
And they're inside the new building.
Yeah.
That's a callback to the first Jurassic Park.
Oh, I mean,
Did you not catch that?
There was a conscious effort to basically say that, look, we know the first one's the best one. We cannot escape it. And in some ways, we can't have conversations off camera that they may not even be able to hear you.
Camera, and then
so if you want to be on camera, you can be part of it.
No, you just be part of it.
Scoot. They even get to a point where they bring in the old sets. They even use the banner that fell across the T-Rex at the end to make a torch to go through. So it's like, yeah. So they are definitely, the snake is eating its own tail. It has, everything is returned. But, for the most part, it's done with a bit of reverence, right? Or at least a bit of humor.
My favorite part.
The Indigestion Rex.
My favorite
Indigestion Rex. We've got the Dominatrix-Rex.
You're going to be the Mawasawa. I need to talk about the best part in the film. And the best part in the film, major spoiler, is when the four raptors are coming up to Big Mama Dominatrix, and they start going... And then suddenly, they're like, wait a minute, they're communicating.
Something's wrong. They're communicating.
And suddenly, the four raptors go, and they're all like, roar. And then everything's screwed. Because all of the previews show him on the motorbike with the four raptors around him like it's right out of freaking Kung Fury, which is an awesome film.
For the sequence that you see in every single crime movie. That's what happens with Blue, where the new alpha in Dominus-Rex comes in and tells us so I'm the new alpha. So first thing you got to do is kill your old alpha. And the raptor is literally like, I don't think I can do it, boss. You do it. And then they finally they're just like, I am not gonna do it. I love my old alpha.
You're still gonna edit this part in.
Jurassic Park has been famous for moments of dispensing their characters. The way we really dispensed with one of the characters besides a claw or a jaw coming in was what they did to the assistant who is brought in to watch the two kids while Bryce Dallas Howard was too busy.
It was horrible.
Go for it.
Right?
Okay.
Reenactment.
So, pretty much the assistant was picked up by the pterodactyls, or in the movie it's the...
Pterodactyl?
Yeah.
No, in the movie it's called the pterodon.
Or pterodon.
Pterodon.
Okay.
They pretty much kept on trying to drown her in the water.
Well, but before then, they kept half dropping her and someone else.
And then another one took her by the legs, and then they dropped her in the water.
And then they dropped her in the water, and they kept on picking her up, putting it back down in the water, drowning.
She's like,
and then the Mosasaurus comes up and goes, nope.
Yep.
And eats both of them. Interesting. Jurassic World, SeaWorld.
We sponsor SeaWorld.
No, we don't.
Give all your money
we
to
don't.
SeaWorld.
No, that is edited out. Well, okay, so how are we doing it? 5 moos out of 10? What's the Moovieboy rating system?
The Moovieboy rating system?
We can start making a thing. Meatloaf, leftovers, hamburger.
Okay, for
ground
me,
chuck,
it's probably
hot roast.
a regular Burger King burger.
On a sentimental level,
yeah,
I would definitely give this an umami burger rating.
For me, from 9 to 10, 9 out of 10.
Yeah. So the next best burger possible.
I'll give this an in and out. I would not consider it the best burger there is, but it was a mighty fine burger. So
tell us what your thoughts.
Yeah.
And what your favorite dinosaur is. What was your favorite dinosaur?
Tell us what your thoughts.
My favorite dinosaur probably either the Mosasaurus. Wasn't really shown that much. The Pachycephalosaurus.
My favorite is Triceratops. Thank you for enduring this entire review.
Hey!
Like, comment, everything else below, and remember to click maybe right here to subscribe.
Is it there?
No, it's up
right
here.
There.
What?
Is it time for boobs?
No, it's too much work.